Hey everybody, Arch Kennedy here. You know, one thing I've been hearing more and more of lately is this term Christian nationalism. It seems like you can't turn on the news or scroll social media without seeing it thrown around like it's the greatest threat facing America today. And if you listen to the media or the political left, you'd think that anyone who loves God and loves their country is some kind of extremist trying to turn America into a religious dictatorship. But let me tell you something, they've got it all wrong. So today, I want to set the record straight. I want to tell you what Christian nationalism really means, what most Christians, including myself, actually believe, and why this conversation matters for people of faith in America. Let's start with the obvious question, what is Christian nationalism? Well, the true definition, according to scholars and historians, is the belief that America is or should be officially recognized as a Christian nation. That means structuring our laws, our government, and even our national identity around Christianity, almost like saying America has a divine covenant with God, like Israel did in the Old Testament. Now, on the surface, that might sound not too bad to some Christians, but here's where it crosses the line. True Christian nationalism doesn't just mean influencing culture with biblical values. It means building the government around Christianity as the dominant official religion, giving it legal and cultural power over everyone else. And while that stops short of being a full-blown theocracy, like you'd see in places like Iran, it does lean toward the idea that government should officially favor one religion above all others. Now, let me be very clear about where I stand on this. I do believe America's laws should reflect biblical values. I absolutely believe that. I believe life is sacred. I believe marriage matters. I believe religious freedom is worth protecting. And I believe Christians should vote their faith and stand for truth in the public square. But here's what I don't believe. I don't believe in forcing Christianity on people. I do not believe that government should mandate church attendance or require anyone to practice Christianity by law. And I do not believe the church and state should merge into one ruling power. That's not biblical, and it's not what I'm about. What I believe in is biblical citizenship. Living out my faith boldly, voting my values, and using my freedom to stand for what's right. Not because I want to control people, but because I believe God's truth is what's best for everyone. But here's where the media and the left twist it all up. They've taken the term Christian nationalism and redefined it to mean something completely different. They paint every Christian who loves their country as some kind of violent, power-hungry extremist who wants to overthrow democracy. They throw out words like threat to democracy, white evangelical takeover, and domestic terrorism. And they love to point to events like January 6th to back up their narrative. But that's not who we are. That's not who I am. Most Christians I know, and I'm talking about real Bible-believing Christians, we just want to live in a country where we can practice our faith freely, raise our families with biblical values, and speak truth without fear of being silenced or punished. That's it. We're not looking to take over the government. We're not trying to create a theocracy. We're just trying to be faithful citizens, salt and light in a dark world. But here's why this conversation matters so much. The left is using this label to shame Christians into silence. They want us to back down, sit on the sidelines, and stop influencing culture. They want us to believe that standing for truth is somehow dangerous or un-American. And I'm here to tell you, I'm not buying it, and you shouldn't either. Because here's the thing, the world is forcing its values on us every single day. From gender ideology to abortion to the breakdown of marriage and family, they are pushing their worldview onto society with no shame at all. So why should we be silent about ours? Loving God and loving our country is not a crime. Voting our faith is not extremism. Speaking truth is not hate. We have every right and every responsibility to stand up, speak out, and influence our culture for good. But we have to do it the right way. We have to do it with humility, with love, and with our ultimate allegiance, not to a political party, not to a flag, but to Jesus Christ alone. So here's my challenge to you. Love your country, but don't worship it. Vote your values, but don't put your hope in politicians. Speak truth boldly, but do it with grace and humility. And most of all, stand firm in your faith, no matter what labels the world tries to throw at you. Because at the end of the day, Christian nationalism isn't the answer. Biblical citizenship is. And that's what I'm standing for. Boldly, unfiltered, and unafraid. Thanks for watching. If this spoke to you, I'd love for you to share it, comment below, and let's keep this conversation going.